Hello and welcome back to another netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Thanks for joining me today for episode 13. I have some awesome stuff to show you today, and I hope that you will find it valuable. Episode 13 builds off of episode 12, where I showed you the value at function with a nested match. Today I want to show you how to incorporate that value at with this nested match and show values between two non-numeric items. For example, I have here over on my right a calculations rolling quarterly matrix, which shows year quarterly sales. And what I want to be able to do is I only want to display in this matrix the values between these two time periods, between Q4 and 2016 and Q4 of 2015. And I want this to be volatile, based off of what my selections are here in my last quarter to display, whether I select from the drop down or whether I put in some rolling number here. And how I do that is by incorporating several different steps. The first of which is, in this quarter year ref, I have this position helper column that identifies the position of each one of these items using the hashtag category. I also want to create a quarter year helper, what I will call, and I will call this, and how I will populate this is by at quarter year. Okay, this will just facilitate some of my lookups. It's not necessary. There is a way to go around this, but this will facilitate formula writing in this video. So what I want to do is I want to say, I want to find the last quarter position within this table, and I also want to find the start quarter position or the first quarter position within this table. And what I do is I go last quarter position equals match. What I want to match this last quarter in this table, and I want it to be an exact match, so I throw a 0 in there. My start quarter, I want that to be a match. I want it to, that first quarter, what is my range? I go over to the helper column and I want it to be an exact match. And you can see from period 12, or from position 12 through 16, okay, Q4 2015 to Q4 2016 are the values I want. Now I need to be able to identify that with a flag, and that's where my display helper column comes in. And I say, well, display helper is equal to between what value? I want to know if my position is between this low value and this high value, and I want those numbers to be included, so it is inclusive, so that's a 1. And what that does is it says, it gives me ones and zeros of trues and falses of whether or not this quarter year falls within this time period now of Q4 2015 to Q4 2016. And if I want to go ahead and change one of my parameters, rolling quarters for instance, you can see that it updates over here automatically, which is exactly what I want it to do. Now what I need to do is I need to populate display helper over here in calculations rolling quarterly. And in order to do that, again, I need to go select. And what do I want to select? I want to select the display helper. Okay, so I'll click on that. And what is my key list? My key list here is my quarter year helper. And what is my lookup value? I'm going to create a concatenated key, and I'm going to say it is at quarter with a dash and at year, like so. And once I do that, you'll see that it populates ones and zeros that coincide with the ones and zeros over here. And so again, if I go ahead and I change this, you can see that it shifts down. If I were to make this, say, 5 rolling months, you can do that. If maybe I were to make it 10, it would go ahead and update that. But the beauty is now, with this display helper column, I want to just show the one, so I go to filter, I go to values, wait for it, and I click on 1, and voila, automatically it just shows those values that are populated, and it updates automatically as I change my parameters here. This is a great way to only show those items that are pertinent and that you want to, if you want to limit the display and you don't want to clutter your display up, you can go ahead and use some of this functionality that I've shown you in this video of how to show two values that aren't even that are non-numeric within a model. So if you have any questions about Quantrix Authority or anything I've discussed today, feel free to send me an email at quantrixauthority@gmail.com, or you can follow me here at YouTube, of course, and then you can follow me at Twitter at Quantrix Author. I absolutely love Quantrix, and I hope you'll join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich Lopez.